Good evening, and welcome to this edition, episode 142 of Folks Talking Sports. I am KG Kris Gardner of the Houston Roundball Review, and with me is my colleague and brother Willy Gibson in Ohio. How you doing, brother?
Doing well, brother. How about yourself?
I'm doing okay. I'd be better if Detroit Pistons would have beaten the Rockets today, but they didn't. They lost by 2. Did you see any of that game at all?
No.
Well, we'll talk about it. We're hopefully in a few minutes, our fellow colleague, Adolphus A. Dumore, will be joining us from NRG Stadium to discuss tonight's Texans-Detroit Lions football game. So it'll be game number 2 between H-Town and Detroit today. H-Town won the earlier matchup. Rockets beat the Pistons by 2. And we'll see if the Texans. What does your gut tell you? You're a football guy too. What are Lions or Texans?
Detroit by a billion.
Why is that? Why is that? I mean, they're playing much better and they're healthier than the Texans.
The Texans can't protect my guy CJ.
And
you don't give the quarterback time to throw the ball, and who's he throwing the ball to? Then that's a recipe for disaster for the Texans.
Agreed. And this brother right here, my man, has come through. He was part of the conversation on the Let's Talk Houston Rockets show minutes ago. And as promised, he said he'd be on this show as well. And he is. Thrillo, how you doing? But Thrillo also, Brother Gibson, I'm not sure if you had a chance to see Thursday's show on the new platform that AJ has for the lunch break. I couldn't see the comments from the viewers on the new platform. I saw the very first comment and saw nothing else. So, my show, a lot of it is based on my interaction with the audience.
Right.
So Thriller reached out to me via the gram and sent me a message and said, "Hey, man, I know you're on the new platform and all, but just want to give you a heads up. There's a lot of comments on YouTube that you're not getting, including a super chat." I was like, "Oh." So I had to go to my phone and pull them up that way, then reach out to technical support and say, "Hey, I don't know what's going on, but I only saw one comment." And so they answered me today and said, "We resolved the issue and you should be good to go going forward." I said, "Okay, thank you very much." But my man, Thrillo, the TSU alum, came through for me to let me know what I was missing. But Thrillo said that the Texans have made some adjustments on the offensive line.
Okay, I modify my prediction then. It's not Detroit by a billion. Detroit by a million.
Miss Wanda, how are you doing? Thank you for chiming in, and salute to her again. I posted the pictures of her on all my platforms: Twitter, Spoutable, Instagram, Facebook, Threads. She posted pictures of her wearing her new Houston Roundball Review hoodie yesterday. She ordered it last week, and it arrived yesterday. So, Miss Wanda, that's less than 2 weeks, right? If my math is mathing, so she got it in less than 2 weeks. So that is excellent. She likes it. So hopefully, folks, I don't have them on my laptop, but. Oh, yeah. What about that? See, is that accurate? Is it?
Well, no, it's not rooting for Michigan team. It's giving you my thoughts. But it's only CA. Come on,
it's
man.
A prediction.
It's a
prediction.
It's a prediction. I was asked my opinion, and I gave it.
Yeah.
Not a Rudy. I'm a journalist. I don't root.
There you go. Correct. So Miss Wanda said, yes, that is right. The hoodie arrived in less than 2 weeks. That's excellent. All right. Thrillo says the Texans will shock the world. They had a players meeting this last week. It was kind of bad. Wow. Always work out. So.
Yeah, player meetings. That's typically step one. That's typically step one
of a loss.
Yeah, you said that. I didn't say that, but yeah.
All right. The Browns were off, so
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you about the one of the other Cleveland teams you cover, the undefeated
Yeah.
Cleveland Cavaliers, 11-0, a whole 7 games in front of my Pistons already. So what are the Cavs doing, still doing, to get these dubs?
It's Kenny Atkinson. I mean, he's unlocked the offense. I mean, Evan Mobley is playing like he's never played. He's shown flashes before, but he's consistent. And everybody has a role. Before, last year was, okay, you take your turn. Okay, you take a turn. Okay, you take a turn. Now they have rotations. They play a 10-man rotation. Everybody has a defined role, and it's working. I mean, 11 games in, and they've had injuries. They're not even at full strength right now. Max Strus hasn't played 1 second this year. Karis LeVert missed 3 games last week. So they're not even at full strength yet. So when they do get to 100% strength, look out. I mean, and come on, it's 82 games. I mean, they won the first 11. So if they have a 4-game losing streak, let's not panic. But it's definitely a new day in Cleveland.
But when the Cavs are, well, if they get to 100% health, who won't play? Because I don't think Kenny's going to go. Coach A won't go to 12-man rotation, will he?
No. It'll probably stick at the 10. Who won't play? That's a great question. It'll probably be between Sam Merrill and Sam Merrill might be the odd man out. I would just leave it at that. Because the second person I was gonna say he loves, who's Dean Wade. He's starting right now for Max Strus, but Dean's gonna still see his minutes. But it might be, if I had to guess right now, it'll probably be Sam Merrill.
All right. What did the Buckeyes do Saturday?
They struggled to a 45-0 win.
Over
Purdue or Purdue, as some people like to call it.
Yeah, well, when you lose 45-0, you don't. Didn't.
Yeah. So I mean, it was a get right game. It was a game that when I was in school we called the game for the others. Everybody got their minutes up that they can qualify to letter, because the goal is to get out to a quick start, be able to shut down after the first possession of the second half, and rest your starters. And that's pretty much what happened yesterday. And hopefully the goal is the same this coming week on the road against Northwestern in Chicago, Wrigley Field. Okay. Wrigley Field. And just to kind of give you a background on the cachet and the draw of Ohio State, Ryan Field in Evanston, Illinois, where Northwestern typically plays, is under renovation. So they're not playing there for this year, and I believe next year either. So they're playing in a soccer stadium, 8,000-seat soccer stadium near campus. All home games except the Ohio State home game that's moved to Wrigley Field.
That's the brand. That's one of the major brands in college football.
Exactly.
What's your thoughts on this question from CA? What's up with college football? Several of the conferences have teams at the top no one expected. ACC. Look at SMU.
NIL.
That's it. SMU.
NIL.
And spending wisely.
Yes.
Because in that same conference, there is another example of when your spending goes badly. At the bottom of that conference is the Mike Norvell coach Florida State Seminoles. They have NIL. And well,
speaking of Florida State, Mike Norvell's been there 3 years, right?
Maybe 4. Yeah.
4. Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
So in that cycle, there was an alum that wanted to interview for that job, but the powers that be decided, No, we don't want to go in that direction.
Yep.
Wonder how that alum is doing now.
He's doing great.
Did he land somewhere? Oh.
He's doing great.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Apparently, Mike Norvell fired the coordinators.
Yeah, and the receivers coach. Yep.
Yeah, so that's gonna fix the problems. Okay.
Yeah.
9 games in, and you're firing people now. Okay, 9 games into the season, you're gonna fire folks. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. That'll solve the problem.
Because we all know what's next.
So yeah. All right. Let me see. Florida State. Yeah, 2020 was his first year at Florida State. 2020.
Mm-hmm.
But but NIL is important, but you have to spend it on the right players, the right fit, all those things. That's part of it. Retention is a key factor, but then going outside the portal, knowing who to get, and knowing who to bring in, who fits your system, the culture. Yeah, y'all know the cliches, all that kind of stuff. Just don't throw money at folks. Go ahead.
And when you say you're gonna pay them, you know, V.
That too.
Yeah.
Or make sure the person who's saying that is a person who can make that decision. You know, so that's part of it as well. Miss Wanda, you're still watching, or CA, if you're still watching, I think y'all are both supporters of the Houston Cougars basketball team. The sun came up today on this cloudy day. The sky did not fall. The earth did not fall off its axis. None of those things happened. The Cougs lost to Auburn by 5 Saturday night in a great, great game, especially for the first week in men's college basketball. It's rare you get on men's side a matchup of two, whatever, top 10 teams, top 12, top 5, depending on a metric, top 2. But I'm going I'm going to switch it up on you. Another media person who has a Substack, Will Warren. He did his predictions for the season. He does 51 predictions on combining the men's and women's college basketball. And one of them, he mentioned how women's college basketball does a better job non-conference scheduling top matchups compared to the men. The last few years, I think that's definite. This year, I think, outside the previous, 3-4 years, outside of the Champions Classic, with Kansas, Duke, Kentucky, and Michigan State. Outside of that, they really aren't marquee matchups on the men's side. They're better this year, but do you agree with him overall that recently women's hoops have done a better job with non-conference top matchups?
I can see his point. I mean, but like you said, this year is different. You also have Friday, Carolina travel to Kansas to play at Allen Fieldhouse, and fast forward, Carolina actually will host Kansas next year, which I find interesting. Kansas has never played at North Carolina, so next year will be the first time Kansas plays in Chapel Hill. So you're right; they are. It is beginning to change. I don't know if it's a scenario where men's teams protect their ranking. They don't want a loss. Thinking of tournament time, which bad loss or a loss in November shouldn't have a negative effect on you come tournament time. But it's easier to schedule. I'm not going to disparage a school, an easier opponent, than to play a top 5 opponent.
I think there are some men's coaches. Well, coaches on the men's side, too many coaches on the men's side don't want to schedule tougher in the non-conference because their rationale is, well, we're playing in a gauntlet of a conference schedule. So if you have a good program you're still going to be a tournament team. I'm not asking you to schedule Duke, Kansas, Houston, Auburn, Alabama, the entire top 10
Right.
for your non-conference. I'm going to ask you to do that. But on the flip side, I don't want you to schedule 8 directional schools.
Right.
Or 8 religious schools that are borderline D3. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that because your rationale is, well, we got 18 or 20 brutal conference games. So that's why what is it, Will? Miss Wanda, Thrillo, Justin? We want to build up my players' confidence and get them some wins under their belt so they can learn what winning feels like. How much confidence are you getting by beating folks you're better than by 100? What is that? That's false confidence. So that's where I am on that. I'll say this. I'll take some slings and arrows from my Big 12 administration. I know the SEC's happy with Auburn beating Houston. It's a big win for the SEC. It's not a detrimental loss to the conference, no Big 12, but the Big 12 claims to be the best conference in men's college basketball. Well, Auburn beat Houston. Gonzaga thrashed, just ran over Baylor a few days ago. So from a Big 12, from their marketing promotions, that's not ideal, but it's November. That's for them to promote. That's for them to spend and all those things. I am not going to screen share it, but I sent it to you. Coach Hughey's tweet.
Yes.
But I'm just going to read it to you. Miss Wanda and Thrillo and Justin and CA. Let's see. 11:10 this morning, Central Time. Coach Hughey tweeted, quote, "God, I'm grateful while I wait." End quote. What do you think he's implying? Inferring? I don't know what they're implying, inferring, whatever. What does it mean to you?
Maybe he was at church and the minister was preaching. I don't know. I mean, that's not for me. I'm not a big reader in the tweets, to be honest. So I didn't take it any way other than it's a positive. I don't know, what that man's believing for. So I don't have a take either way on a tweet.
Well, I have a take, but I'll ask about it when I send it to some other alums. But I want to get back to Thrillo's point here.
Yeah, H-Town's finest.
Yeah, I'll post that in a second. This is back to my comment about the soft non-conference scheduling in basketball. Maybe they don't want to compete with football for viewers. That's the wrong attitude. I mean, we already know football is the king. We already know that.
Yeah.
But it does not help you if you don't have top matchups in basketball to generate interest for fans to care about. But back to my comment, Coach Hughey's tweet. He's trying to get an answer from the Lord because the Cougs they're banged up. They're down to like 8 healthy players, women's team. Layla Blair is still in concussion protocol. They lost on the road to Georgia by 14. They only scored 47 points in that loss. They opened the season with a home loss to Rio Grande Valley. Not a good look at all. On the Big 12 women's team's first 24 games, the Big 12 was 23-1. The one loss of those 24 games was Coach Hughey's Houston Cougars. They're dead last in the conference. I don't see them getting to 10 wins this year overall. I don't see it. But Miss Wanda's referencing this point. maybe he read that ESPN article, because the article was basically which coaches are on the hot seat in women's basketball this season. You know how they do that.
Yeah.
The Athletic did that a few weeks ago, and there was no mention of Coach Hughey. And I'm like, how are y'all missing? How are you missing that fact? But ESPN, one of the coaches mentioned, A-Town's finest, Ronald Hughey, Houston Cougars. Unlike the Houston men, well, that right there is enough to get you going. The school's women's team has had little success. 5 NCAA tournament appearances, the last in 2011. Hughey took over in 2014 and has 3 winning records in 10 seasons. His contract runs through this season. So my take on Coach Hughey, sweet, he's waiting for an answer from the Lord, but I think he understands that his time up at Houston as head coach is almost up.
For me, I don't know that I can take it as we don't even know what it's really. I don't think that it's job related, or I can't.
That's fair. Your assessment is legit, but I'm just saying the other viewpoint from other folks or alums were, I guess he knows he's done, huh? I'm saying, well, maybe he does. 2 games into the season, I saw AD Nunez at the men's game yesterday. Talked to him briefly after the game. Didn't talk about Coach Hughey or anything, but he did send on an alumni letter and mentioned that he had spoken with all the head coaches on campus, met with them, and had listening sessions with all of them. But there's not much. Let me ask you this. Tweet aside, Coach Hughey's contract ends this season. Does it make sense in your mind to make a change at any point prior to the end of the season?
No. Nope.
Elaborate, please, sir.
Make a change prior to the end of the season? No, because if you make a change prior to the end of the season, you're making a change to somebody that's already on his staff that's been here the entire time. So what would be the difference?
Agreed.
So no.
Yeah, that was my answer that I gave also earlier today. Like, yeah, what would be the point of that? They're not gonna. Why pay 2 staffs? They're not bringing a new head coach. They're not bringing a new staff. This staff is gone. Right. Okay, I don't see. Unless it's like one of the grad assistants, interns, someone like that. I don't see anyone on this staff coming back. New head coach wants to have their own staff, their own people they've worked with. It's going to be a completely brand new staff. Yep. New AD wants to bring in his own people, his or her own people. Correct. In this case, AD Nunez. Still waiting to hear from AD Moore. I don't know if he's having problems with internet, but the Texans are roughly an hour. What is it?
Yeah,
7:20.
Hour 20. Hour 20. Hour 25. Yeah.
From their game against the Lions Sunday night, Brother Willy Gibson has already predicted. He's adjusted his prediction from the Lions winning by 1 billion to after inside info from Thrillo regarding the Texans making adjustments on the offensive line, that the Lions will just win by 1 million tonight. So going down from 1 billion to 1 million. Ms. Swan, what are your thoughts on that prediction? A-Town's finest, what are your thoughts on? Let's talk about it. While AD, wait to hear from AD. Lions or Texans, and be objective. I know I don't know. Are y'all Texans fans? Are y'all Lions fans? Y'all follow me. Y'all know I'm a Detroit Pistons fan. I'm not a Lions fan. When I was a football fan of the NFL, I was a Washington NFL franchise fan. I'm getting back there now. They got a new owner. I'm starting to care more. They lost today by 1. Don't know how they lost. What happened? But the Wi-Fi was supposedly upgraded for the Super Bowl when it hosted. So it should be better, Will.
Mm-hmm.
Should. How was it for you? You were.
Yeah, I was here a couple years ago.
Yeah, how was
As far as I remember, it was okay. I don't recall any challenges or any issues with it.
okay? Because Toyota Center, I think, is 20 years old. They've quote unquote upgraded the Wi-Fi. Yeah, I don't see it. I just haven't seen it. It's just not good. No. Justin asked a question: am I a fan of any Houston team? No. Nope. Only thing close would be the Coogs. And because I cover the Coogs, I'm not a fan of them. I cover the Rockets. I'm not a fan of the Rockets. I believe in. I'm firm in it. You got to be objective. You're covering the team. You can't be a fan. So no, I'm not a fan of the Astros, and I don't like baseball, so that doesn't make any difference to me, one way or the other. But yes, Nico is back. Ace Towns. Yeah, I still don't think it's. Does that make a difference, Will? That Nico Collins is back. Does that help?
Detroit by 900,000. No. I kid. No, because Diggs is gone.
Right.
So no.
Willie, are you a fan of other Ohio teams?
Yeah, I don't cover the Guardians. So baseball wise, I'm a Guardians fan.
See, well, there you go. All right, Miss Wanda says Lions by 10.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, see, Willie has kind of the same logic that I do. I'm not a fan of teams I cover. I don't do that.
Yep.
Justin with legit.
It's called professionalism.
Yes.
I don't think it's unique to me or you. It should
be. It shouldn't be.
I know.
It shouldn't be.
I know.
But you can get a team full of the best receivers, but if an O-line doesn't work, it won't matter.
Correct.
Agreed. Okay. What were your thoughts when you heard about 27-20 Lions prediction from CA37? Thurlow says last week was just a bad matchup. The Texans' weakest O-line position was going against the Jets' best.
Willie? The D-line in Detroit is much better than the D-line for the Jets.
Well, Thurlow said they should protect better this week. All right. Thurlow played O-line in college, so.
All right.
But.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I thought about it earlier.
I was gonna let it ride. Do you think?
No. I want to give you your props, brother.
Yeah.
You were Nostradamus. You were Nostra Will on last Sunday's FTS about if a trade happens with Detroit. Well, I'm gonna give you flowers, man. Go ahead.
Appreciate you. No, it's Darius Smith with the Browns. I mean, that was kind of like the scuttlebutt going around the team for about a month. That he was going to be traded. Last year was deal. I mean, he was doing well with the Browns. I think he had 5.5 sacks at the time, but he wasn't coming. He's not part of the future. And at a certain point, when teams begin to look towards the future, and you're 2-7 going into your bye, you kind of look to see, what can we move? And they moved Darius Smith. I looked to, I believe they got a 5th-round pick and a 6th-round pick for him, sending him to Detroit. And it feels a need in Detroit. They lost Aiden Hutchinson for the year to a broken leg. And the team has Super Bowl aspirations. 8-1, so a great fit for him. Cleveland gets draft picks, draft compensation to use in the future for their rebuild, and it was a win-win.
Thank you, sir. kudos to you for that info you shared last week as well as just now.
Thank you.
What do we think about Colorado having a chance in the Big 12 now?
Big time chance.
You got a great chance now, yeah.
Big time chance. Went out and they play BYU in Dallas. And the last 3 teams on their schedule, I mean, Utah's a mess right now.
Yep.
Kansas is 3-6. I mean, they beat Iowa State yesterday, but they're not good. And Oklahoma State is a fire.
A dumpster fire.
Yeah, hey, I said fire. You said that. I didn't say that.
Yeah.
But
that's all right, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, 10-2 going to Dallas. Yeah, absolutely.
They have a great chance. And I did not see it. I heard about the controversy with BYU Utah.
I didn't see it either. I've heard about it. I've yet to get a chance to take a look at it.
But I know the Utah AD made a post-game statement very critical of the refs officiating in the game, saying the game was stolen from us. That's them fighting words right there, Will. I'm saying that.
And they took $40,000 for that stolen from us comment.
Yep. And the conference put out a statement that the Big 12 announces public reprimand and fine of Utah AD Mark Harlan in accordance with the Big 12 conference sportsmanship policies. The conference has issued a public reprimand of University of Utah's Director of Athletics, Mark Harlan, for his actions at the conclusion of the game against BYU and his comments following the game. Additionally, he will be issued a $40,000 fine. Harlan has been informed that a repeat of such behavior will result in a more serious penalty.
More serious than a public reprimand? Ooh. Is a public reprimand more serious than a private reprimand?
Y'all tell me.
I'm like having
real
fun with this right now.
Oh, yeah.
But,
quote from Brett Yormark.
Yeah.
Mark's comments irresponsibly challenge the professionalism of our officials and the integrity of the Big 12 conference. There is a right way and a wrong way to voice concerns. Unfortunately, Mark chose the wrong way. Accordingly, this violation warrants a public reprimand and financial penalty.
The terminology again, public reprimand. Ooh.
Yes, the Big 12 prioritizes professionalism, integrity, and fairness, and will continue to do so, end quote. In the final sentence, the Big 12 conference will have no further comment on this issue.
Should I answer Thrello's question?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Goes into some of what Stephen A. said last year, right? About
good
teams and how marketing, promotion, popular folks, eyeballs.
It's the prime effect. It is 10-2. If they win out, they go 10-2. They go to Dallas to play BYU. Let's just say they lose. Let's just say they're 10-3.
Both of them going to the playoff.
Absolutely. Colorado will be the 12th ranked team. Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. Prime effect? Yes. Yes. And I'm not going to say that. I'll talk to you offline because I had a scenario yesterday. And I'm not going to. Sorry, people.
They just said Nico
Collins. There you go.
Well, now back to
I'm back up. Lions by $1 million. I'm back up. I'm back up.
All right. Do we think Marcus Freeman is legit at Notre Dame?
I don't think Marcus Freeman is legit at Notre Dame. I know he's legit at Notre Dame. Absolutely. CA37. He absolutely is legit. Yep. Absolutely.
So they thrashed the Norvells last night, right?
Yep, 52-3.
My gosh, man. I didn't know the final score.
Yep.
So, I mean, it was on.
I think it was NBC.
It was on the media, on NBC, but it was in the lounge at the game last night.
Oh, okay.
Where we had no food for media, Will.
No?
No drinks, no water, no soda for media whatsoever. That's not a good look, people. You know, my man, one of my buddies, he was in charge of the event, but that's not a good look. I mean, it didn't have to be free. We'd have paid for it. There's nothing. No food vouchers, nothing. None of that, nothing. But I read the email from the Big 12 about the public reprimand to Utah and the AD.
Ooh.
To also give an indication or let everyone know, I do get the emails from the Big 12 that are not hoops related. Okay? Will,
Mm-hmm.
do you know what a fast channel is?
A fast channel. We've talked about that here before.
You know,
I don't recall.
A free ad-supported channel. You know, it's Roku.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Roku channel. I'm gonna bring in Brother Gibson. I'm gonna give Brother Moore, give my thoughts on that. Don't let me forget about
Fast channel.
Channel. Without further ado, Adolphus A.D. Moore.
He is in the building.
Wait a minute. Did you have sex? Wait a minute. Did you collect did the Reverend Gibson collect a stipend today? KG? I mean, what? I mean, did you
got on his
Bible or what?
Got on his building fund suit. That's what that is. That's a building fund right there.
Wow, that's what we're doing? Okay.
That's what that is.
Wait a minute. Building fund suit.
Yeah, building fund. You got to collect the building fund. Yeah, it's all for the building fund. That's important, man. Building fund,
Hey, come on, really? I mean, for us that are raised Baptists, we know about them building funds. But Gibson, what's up, man? What's up, Will? What's up, KG?
What up, my guy? What's happening?
Hey, man, trying to play a little football, man. Hopefully they'll play a little football.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Moore, slide to your right just a little bit because I changed the screen because I want to get
okay. To the right. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, you need to see that. That's what you want.
Oh no, that wasn't why. That wasn't why. I want to get your like that. There we go.
Oh, okay. I got you. Sorry about that.
No.
I was looking at Will in that green silk tie he is, man.
Isn't that smooth? These are
I mean, come on, man.
Man, you're making a statement, man.
You realize how many worms had to just get themselves up to come up and get that silk, man.
Oh wow! Why are we like this?
It's love, brother. It's love.
Right.
This is love, man. This is love, man. Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Will, you smooth? Yeah, you smooth as all I know, man. Come on, man.
Sharp, man.
Hey, man, own it. Just go ahead and own it. Come on.
Yeah,
Ohio State University, just own it, man.
Yeah.
Y'all get a chance for redemption because Georgia done sort of might play themselves out of and LSU the Darn Show played themselves out of the 12.
Hey,
so we'll see.
4 of the top 5 in the AP top 25 this year are Big 18 members, so I'm good with that.
Yeah. AD.
Yes, sir.
We got word from Justin Singleton, one of our viewers, that Nico Collins is inactive tonight.
That's correct. That is correct. Nico Collins is inactive tonight. He did, I think Friday he had a little walk around, just sort of, but he's not ready to go, man. So he's not going tonight. Will Anderson is not going tonight. Damian Pierce is not going tonight. Jake Hansen is not going tonight. I'm trying to remember, man. They just passed the inactive sheets. So, we'll know about the inactive and all. I say, when it was passing out one sheet, I say, is it one sheet or two? Because the way the Texans, guys been falling in and out. I thought it was going to be double spaced 2 pages with the way folks are falling out. But they were able to get it all on one sheet. The Texans inactive and everything else took over 60% of the page. The Detroit Lions had a little bit at the bottom and sort of go like, oh, I don't care. We whatever happens, we gonna play with what we got. Hey,
is it Darius Smith active for the Lions?
Well, let me double check that because he was questionable. It was when I looked. He was on the injury. He was questionable. So that's I'm a double check it, but I didn't see him being out. I didn't see nothing of him about being out. He was just questionable in practice.
Okay.
I'm messing around with the screen, see if I can do some things. Let's see.
Oh yeah, here we go.
I like that. I like that.
the mad scientist was the mad scientist. They hey, wait, hey, Will, then they give him some more new tools to play with.
Oh yeah,
and he go,
yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
hey, Will, he sent me a text. Mr. Moore, have you noticed this one? I was like, KG, I hadn't quite got that one yet. I'm still working on some of the other ones they done passed on.
Yeah, you know, we got new toys in the toolbox.
But,
yeah. AD, what do you? I'll give a shout out to another viewer, Big Thrillo, said that the Texans have made some adjustments on the offensive line.
Yeah. Juice has moved to guard and Brainlock. The other kid from the Notre Dame is going to go to center. That's quote unquote big change. Juice has moved because it's both of the Greens. Kendrick Green, started out, after Kenyon went out, he had a couple of decent snaps and then he became roadkill. So as it stands right now, hey man, look, I had to call it like I see it. I just had to call it like I see it. So I think let me see I think the line on this is 3.5, which means
is that all?
Hey man,
Lions, right? Lions about 3.5, right? Lions?
Yeah, Lions 3, minus 3.5.
Okay. I know. Well, what should I say? How do I phrase this? Because you are a credentialed member of the Texas media.
No, I am a credentialed media professional working. So I mean, hey, sometimes you got to call it like you see it and say it like it is. I ain't no use trying to beat around the bush.
So, what are your thoughts on the Texans' chances of winning tonight?
Well, historically, and I know this is going to sound like a political answer since we are in the political season. Historically, the Texans are in this series are 4-1. The Texans have an advantage. However, I don't think the Lions has come in with this type of team in the past. So, barring some miraculous thing, here's the thing. I'm hoping that the Texans can be competitive enough. The Texans had a player-only meeting this past week. Right. They kicked the coaches out and everything. So I think the guys, I think they're starting to hear a little bit of the chatter from the outside. And everybody has injuries. I mean, and I'm not making excuses. We'll understand that Cleveland is suffering from injuries. Everybody has injuries. But the thing about it is how you're playing, and it's the team that you have lost, have losses against that everybody's sort of going like, how did y'all, teams with sub 500 records that y'all struggling against, except with the exception of the Minnesota Vikings who had their heads handed to them, and then all of a sudden the Green Bay Packers, and now so you just have to wonder, but there are issues. I think they made some changes in the offensive line, so we're going to see.
H-Town's Finest says the Texans' chances tonight, big fat 0. Wrong one.
No,
0.
No. Here's the deal. Let me tell you something. I'm going back to a Herm Edwards quote. You play the game. That's the reason you play the game. All the comments.
So there's a chance. Yes, there's a chance.
Oh yeah. No, it's more than a chance because the thing about it, all it takes is a break or two here and there. And next thing you know, Texas, and if they can capitalize on their breaks and get momentum and keep momentum and do what they're supposed to do, when they get the opportunity, when they get turnovers and make turnovers become 7 as opposed to 3, don't leave any points on the table. They have got to, anytime they got turnovers, they got to make those turnovers turn out to be touchdowns and not field goals. Because to me, when you're leaving points on the table, they left points on the table in Green Bay. And so that's been one of the big things. They have got to capitalize. They got to score touchdowns and not field goals. I know Fairbairn is good from 50 yards on. When you get to the 50, although he did have problems at MetLife Stadium in Green Bay. Bottom line, that happens. But he's a bona fide good kicker. So, but if they need him in the end to hit a 57-yarder, then he hit it and win. Okay, but at the end of the day, they need to score a touchdown. I'm not playing. They need to score a touchdown tonight.
Right. AD and Will? Thrillo says Texas will go 5-1 against the Lions. Book it. I hope.
No, but he's right, man. The Texans have that in this series. The Texans have the advantage over the Detroit Lions.
Right. Okay. Well, CA, I know where he was going with this. CA still struggles with thinking of Detroit being good because they've been bad in football for so long. But they are a good team now, and they are favored. Are they the team to beat in the NFC?
And one of the teams to beat in the NFC. They're legit. They are a legit challenge. And the thing about it. Now, I just had a flashback. If you see an offensive lineman report tonight, I can guarantee you're gonna hear that. I can guarantee you're gonna hear number 71 reporting as eligible. Okay, I can guarantee you're gonna hear this. Okay, there won't be no surprises on who's reporting eligible and not eligible tonight. All right, now that's the one guarantee I can give you tonight. I'm glad Will found some levity in.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, y'all agree with this from H-Town's finest. Lions are going to blitz Stroud all night. CJ has not shown me that he is capable of beating an elite pass rush yet.
When they don't get blocked.
Yes, he has. No. Yes, he has. The thing about it, let me tell you something. The pressures have come between the guards and the center. That's where the biggest pressures have been coming from. Not off the edges, folks. It's been coming because none of the guards and nor the center have not been able to pick up the stunts, and they've done a blink poor job of picking up the stunts. So and CJ, let me tell you something. CJ will make mistakes, and I give this young man his credit. He's still young. But CJ does not. If he's given the opportunity to look at it and see it again and get a chance to come back, he's not going to make that same mistake twice. And here's the other thing: between Joe Mechie and Xavier Hutchinson, because how will they be able to line up and understand and see? Can they look inside and see what's about to happen? Because that's when you have the synergy between a quarterback and receiver. That's what you don't have with Diggs. That's what you don't have with Nico Collins. Because when CJ starts moving around, Nico Collins knows how to float and move around against all of that. Nico hadn't played. This is the 5th week in a row. Nico won't be playing. So it's going to be left up to John Mechie and Xavier Hutchinson to get up and read and look for those open spots when CJ is on the move. That's just the reality of it, guys. And then bottom line, like you said, they have got to be able to pick up the stunts. If they're not able to pick up these stunts tonight, I guarantee you, Aaron Glenn is going to be bringing blitz coming from South Main, Kirby, Fannin, and everywhere else if they can't pick it up. And he might go, and Aaron Glenn might be coming from his old chicken shop over there off the parking lot over there between Kirby and Fannin. You used to have that old chicken place over there.
Oh yeah. AD, how's the Wi-Fi for you?
Wi-Fi is a strong signal. Why? You getting a little drag?
Just in general. No, the home games. How is it at NRG Stadium? Is it good?
Yeah, it's better. It's better. Of course, I'm in early, but by the time I do my show, and if I can do a mindless plug right now, I'll probably be on the AdMax Corner YouTube channel, the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel, and Facebook. Yeah, we're probably looking at maybe 11:15. I'm going post game tonight. Okay, so just folks, just letting folks know, be prepared, and also during the course of the game, you can follow me on X, Twitter, whatever, AdMax AD_Moore 64, and maybe a little bit on Instagram. But doing as far as game courses going. You'll probably be catching my play-by-plays and stuff like that. To be on X and Twitter. However, I'm thinking I might want to, I might do another mindless plug. I might start thinking about, since I know a lot of folks might want to migrate to Threads now. I don't know. We'll see.
Will the Chiefs lose?
Week 15 in Cleveland.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Really? The Chiefs blocked the I mean, hey, somebody's living good in Kansas City, guys.
Yeah.
Somebody, because that. Hey, when you saw that block, it was more people back there. It was more people back with the holder when the ball got back there than when it was on the front offensive line. I know I counted 4 or 5 Chiefs back there before he got the ball off, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they came with an abandonment today on that when they blocked that winning field goal attempt.
Yeah.
All right, AD Moore. Thank you very much, brother, for chiming in.
I appreciate it, man. It's always good. Oh man, it's always good, man. I'm glad to see my good friend Mr. Willy Gibson there. I mean, keep going over the building front, brother.
Always good to see you, my brother.
Oh, hey man, I still owe you that phone call, though, man.
We'll get it for sure. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, yes, we'll do that. Okay. Hey guys, I appreciate it. Don't forget tonight, probably 11:15, Ad Max Corner YouTube channel, post game, Detroit Lions, Houston Texans. Also the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel and the Facebook. And follow me during the course of the game on AD_Moore64. Lions, Detroit Lions, Houston Texans. Other than that, guys, hey, I appreciate it as always. It's a pleasure to be able to be on the set with 2 esteemed fine gentlemen as yourself, especially one that wears a green silk tie. I don't know what to say.
He said it, Will. He said it.
I know.
He said it.
Hey, Moore.
Thank you, brother. Take care, man. All right.
All right, bro. I'm out. Y'all Peace. Take care, man.
You too.
Oh, man.
Be your own people, man. Be your own people.
Your own people. That's what it is, man. Okay. In these final moments, get back to it. The Fast channel. As I said, folks who might have missed it, I read the press release that I got from the Big 12 about the Utah AD, Mark Harlan, being reprimanded. So I get those emails, Will. I get those releases. Get that info from the conference.
Sure.
In September, there was an announcement by the conference that they were going to launch, partner with Raycom for their own Fast channel, their own free ad-supported channel for content. That was in September. We talked about it, I think, on Folks Talking Sports. Well, I contacted a person in the Big 12 office Friday or Monday, last Friday or Monday, asking when it was going to launch. Person replied to my text, "It has launched." And I was like, "Really?" It has. Well, hardly anyone knew about it that it had launched. That's a problem. I didn't get an email. It's available on Amazon and the Roku channel.
Oh.
It's on, it's Big 12 now, Inside the 12. Only content on there now is football games, replays of games, a weekly highlight show, and then Inside the Big 12 studio show. So they just loop those football games 24/7, mix in the weekly highlight show, I think starting on Wednesday of a week, and then the Inside the Studio show, like previews up the weekend's matchups, something like that. But that's it, Will. Had no idea that it had launched.
That's a problem.
Thank you. That's a problem. You don't have a linear network. You're not the SEC. You're not the ACC even. You're damn sure not the Big Ten and the Big Ten Network.
No. So
isn't it on you to let folks know about your channel?
I would say so.
Especially now that College Hoops is here. I hope they're going to have some content related to hoops on there, because isn't the Big 12 the one saying we have the best men's college basketball?
So I've been told.
Well, let folks know about your platforms, Will.
Yeah.
So I'll keep saying that. Hopefully they get it right, and we'll go from there. But Brother Gibson, as always, thank you for sharing your insight with the audience. Salute to our viewers.
Yes, sir.
For what's that saying here? This last statement. I'm not getting these UH games being on ESPN Plus for what, football or basketball, Justin? Football is because they were not expected to be any good. That's why. So majority of them on ESPN Plus. For football, it's not a marquee game yet. It's not like Colorado or anything like that. So they put them on ESPN Plus. Now basketball, if any games are on ESPN Plus, it's because team is part of the agreement with ESPN and ESPN Plus. Every team has to be on there, twice or whatever on ESPN Plus. Majority of the men's games will be on ESPN, ESPN2, maybe ABC or CBS. But CA, let me know. I know it's on Amazon. That's what I was told. The Big 12's FAST channel is on Amazon. I'm not sure if it's through Prime. I was just told the Roku channel and Amazon, which is, is another thing, Will. If fans have a question, you need to put it in a press release, put it on the website so fans will know the answer to these questions.
Yep.
But all right. Now, Brother Gibson, let me get your info ready here as I put you on so everyone can see your smooth tie.
Oh, I'm searching, man. I'm up here as we talk. I'm on Amazon Prime. I'm actually looking for the Big 12 now as we talk.
Because I found it on the Roku channel.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I have. So I don't know if I can answer about Amazon Prime. So let me know if you find it.
I don't see anything yet.
All right, Brother Gibson.
Nope.
Close us out as my Wi-Fi decides to go down on me these last moments. That's a sign as well. It's your world, sir.
I appreciate you. Thank you as always. Kris Gardner. You can always find me on social media on Twitter at Will Gibson 7, Facebook Will Knows, and IG Threads Will Knows Sports.
And myself, Threads, IG, Folks Talking Sports. Folks Talking Sports. That's it. Folks Talking Sports. Follow both of those platforms for some info and links to articles, not just hoops. Thank you as always, everyone, for your questions, your comments, your support of the show. Get you that mug, that merch, more Houston Roundball Review merch, new logo and everything like that on the Roundball Review side. But as always, did you find it, Will?
It's not there.
Okay. So I'm ignorant of it. So is Amazon different than Amazon Prime?
I didn't think so. Maybe that's something different. I thought Amazon Prime.
Because I know the text I got said it's on the Roku channel and Amazon. That's what I was told.
Yeah.
And that's someone in the Big 12 office. So if it's not, that's a fail. Okay. That is a fail. So CA, Justin, let me know. Email me, message me if you find it on Amazon's platform. Let me know. And if you don't find it, let me know. Because y'all know me. I don't mind stirring the pot. So let me know that either way. But all right.
But you know what I did find on? You know what I did find on Amazon Prime? When I searched the Big 12, you know what I found? Coach Prime.
Of course.
His series.
Of
2
course.
seasons. The documentary. Yeah. But no Big 12 now.
All right, people. That'll do it. Thank you as always for your time and comments. Go enjoy the Texans-Lions football game on Sunday Night Football. And reminder, our colleague, A.D. Moore, will have his Ad Max Corner post-game show from the stadium after game around 11:15 Central Time or 12:15 Eastern Time.
I love my brother to life. I'm going to catch the replay on that one.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. To wrap it up, everybody, y'all know it. Since 1994, the Houston Roundball Review. Local name, global perspective. Everyone, take care.
Hold up. It's here.
Oh, you found it now.
Big 12 Studios. It's called Big 12 Studios.
Okay.
That's why I couldn't find it. It's Big 12 Studios. And right now they're showing
A football game.
Yeah, but it's clearly an old game because they're saying the 17th ranked TCU Horned Frogs 4-0 facing the number 19 Kansas Jayhawks 5-0. So this is clearly an old game, but it's Big 12 Studios, clearly an old game. And the game after that is Baylor and Texas Tech.
But yeah, that's the content. When I scroll through the screen, the on-screen guide, the games, there were some games I think from last season, and then I want to say yesterday or Friday, I heard Brent Musburger on the call, so that's old,
right?
Way back. But that's the content on the channel. Well, in this day and age, you got to do better than that, man. Come on, you want people to watch and learn about your conference?
Yeah.
You got to do better than that, man.
Yeah, it's showing old. I mean, this is clearly this isn't a recent game because it doesn't give me any clear. Yeah. Big 12 Studios, but yeah, it doesn't tell me what. So it's showing old football games. Yep.
Yeah, that's what it is. Old football games, 99% of the content. Their weekly highlight show. Weekly. Well, it's 21st century, man.
Yeah.
You can do highlight show every day.
Yep.
Inside a studio show. Inside the conference show every day.
Yep.
Pay me to do it. There are folks who would do it. Come on.
Hey.
I mean, really, come on now.
We can
if
talk.
you're a power conference.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just
allegedly.
Saying. Allegedly. You want to tell the stories of the student athletes. You got this platform showing football games 24/7. Is not it. Just saying. All right. Now that we found it. It is on Amazon. It's on Prime.
It's on Prime.
Big 12 Studios. That's what it's called. So CA37. Look for Big 12 Studios. So I'll say it again. Since 1994, the Houston Roundball Review. Local name, global perspective. Take care.
Game over.